Hello everybody, welcome to Tim's Tiny Arcade, and by the thumbnail you can see what is going on in this video. We're going to be taking a closer look at the Atari Gamestation Pro. Now, this has been out for a little bit, and I was actually not in the market to actually pick one up, and but I was at a thrift store and they had this for like $24, I think it was. And at that price point, I thought I'd give this a shot. Being a huge Atari fan, I thought I'd add this to my collection with over 200 plus games. Now you can mod this thing and add more games and stuff. In this video, we're not going to look at that. We're going to kind of look at the controllers, play some of the games. You can pick these things up. I've seen them on Marketplace, 40, $50 in that price range. I think these came out for around 80. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but that's what I was thinking. But we'll take a look at it, play some games. I will show you guys maybe some of the paddle games also, because there's a little paddle on the controller. We'll look at the controllers too. But sit back, relax, and let's take a look at this thing.
Welcome to Tim'sTinyArcade.com podcast YouTube. What the hell is it, Tim? What is it? YouTube. Tim's Tiny Arcade. Boom shakalaka.
All right, so we're really not doing an unboxing. I'm just I got all these systems hooked up to a TV here, and I added this one on here. So this is a look at the controller, and it's got some weight to it. There's the front of it with the power, the 5-volt in, signal, menu button there. You have a B button on top, A button down here, and then you have a spinner, which we'll test that. Now, let's see here. Let's just go ahead and we're going to turn this on. As you can see, that will light up around. Pretty cool. I do like the lights on this. And the system itself, pretty simple system. Nothing special about it. That's a look at it, but it will light up. This is what you'll get on your screen. When you turn it on, you'll go to that screen, and then this is kind of the featured games they got there, bonus game settings. I'm gonna set the camera up, and we'll play a few games. Here's a list of a few of the games they got on here. Warlords, got Yard's Revenge, a lot of the standard games that they put on these systems. But we'll play a few of them and see what we think of them, how they play on here. All right, guys, so we got everything set up. There's a couple things here. You have your featured games, which are probably the games you'll recognize more, and they actually have bonus games here. So we'll start here. We'll play a little bit of a few games on this, the featured games, and maybe we'll take a look at the bonus games. So you have everything broken down by system, so you can play what games they have here on the Atari 2600. You can scroll down. They got quite a few Atari 2600 games on here. I was surprised to see, where is it? Oh, I went too far. Oh, right there on the top left there. Boxing. Being an Activision game, I think that's the only Activision game they had on here, which I was surprised we had any Activision games. That would have been awesome if we would have got more Activision games on here. But anyway, let me go back up to the top here. You hit your B button to go back. 5,200 games, they have a few. 7,800 games. And then they got some arcade games. And then the paddle games, which I do want to test that out, and then multiplayer games. So let's do a quick paddle game here. Let's do Avalanche, and this is an arcade title, so we'll be using the spinner on here. Pretty cool that they have like the marquee at the top, and then a little about the game and shows the controls and a picture and stuff. I hit my 8 button, and we'll just do some gameplay on it. I won't last very long. This came out in 1978, and then I have to, let's see, hit start button here. There we go. So in this game, you just basically got to catch like the boulders that are coming down in these buckets or whatever. Kind of like a Kaboom game. Now they have one. This game is actually coming out like a. Oh, that was me, not the spinner. The spinner actually feels pretty good for being a small spinner. It doesn't have any jitter. It moves pretty well, pretty smooth. This is just a pretty challenging game. You lose buckets as you go. I don't know if that's the sound of like, I don't know what that sound is that they have in this game. Not my favorite sound. Sounds like static. I think that's the way the game, you know, your paddles get smaller. And I dropped it. All right, guys, so let's go ahead. Let's back out of that one. I will say I did enjoy the paddles. I think that they do play pretty well, and I'm glad they have that as an option on here. So let's go back up to the top, and then let's check an arcade game out. Maybe one we've never played before. We got some interesting games here. Let's take a look at Cloud 9. We got iRobot, Pool Shark, Night Driver. I don't know if you can play the paddle with that one. I'd have to go back to the paddle list. They do have Tempest on here. Anyway, let's try Cloud 9. 1983. I don't know this game. So it's a gallery shoot 'em up where you shoot clouds in the sky and avoid raindrops and other enemies. Try to destroy all clouds before the chamber is flooded. Okay. So hit our A button. We'll do like a few more games on here, and then we'll also look at the bonus games, maybe play one of those. All right, so put a quarter in here or whatever. All right. So it's a shooter. You got to shoot the clouds. And looks like I have an enemy coming in here. So I got a wall you got to build. See, I've never even heard of this game. Interesting. So joystick game, just hold the button, you can automatically fire. You can see those clouds. You can go up on top here. I don't know if that was smart or not. Different enemies in different spots. Those clouds kind of move around. Ooh. I wonder if I get hit by a raindrop though. We'll just do one more level here. So it's got some more obscure, not all of them are obscure, but some more obscure games. Ooh, I died there. Interesting. Let me know in the comments if you've even heard of this game. I have not. See if we can get that last cloud, then we'll back out. There we go. Oh, look at it now. Now it's throwing lightning bolts and more stuff at you. Anyway, some obscure games on here. Let's get out of this. We'll go to the home button. 7,800 games. Maybe we'll play one real quick. This is all they got on here. There's no more than you see on the screen. So they don't have very many. Let's just try Centipede. You know, joystick game for this. That's the way it was on the system, obviously. All right, hit start. I haven't played this version very much. I have played it before. The joystick itself, I mean, it's all right. It's not my favorite joystick, but it gets the job done. It does feel like it's quality though, the joystick. So yeah, just a quick look at the 7,800 game and how it plays. It looks fine. All right, let's back out of this. I think that's like 7,800 game. We got 5,200. Got to hit my B button to get back up to the top. All right, so the Atari 5,200. This is the entire list of games. Not very many on here. We probably won't even play any of these. Just back out of that. We will go back up to the top. Small list. Let's take a look at maybe a game. We'll look at the list if you guys want to see it here real quick. A lot of the standard games that they've put on other things. Let's see here. I don't know why they always put Tempest on here. That's not even a very good game, I don't think. They always like to put that version on these compilation or these little systems. We'll play Off the Wall. This was a later release, 1989. This game probably would have benefited from being a paddle game. So it kind of plays like Breakout in a lot of ways. So yeah, this plays a lot like Breakout. But you play with a controller. I really have not spent much time with this game, so. Ball is a little more forgiving than Breakout as far as you got enemies actually coming at you too. See if we can get that ball up there. There we go. See if we can get that ball up there one time. So I don't know if those enemies, I guess those are like maybe power-ups. Maybe they're not power-ups because it's made it a little bit more difficult. I don't know. So if those things get you, it changes like the ball direction and stuff. I don't know. Interesting little game. It seems to play fine, everything on here. Let's go ahead and let's go back. And let's go hit the home button here. Let's go back. And we are going to go back even farther. And they got these bonus games on here. So these, they've got them broken down too. 8-bit games. Now, I don't even know if these are all, I assume these are, I don't know if these are Atari or not, to be honest with you. They're just bonus games. It's got some arcade games. Diver Boy. Now, I've played that. I don't think that was by Atari. Let's take a look at one of these bonus games. Diver Boy. I have played this before. It just says arcade. Doesn't list anything else like it did before in the other thing. So there's bonus games on here also. Load up. Insert my coin. There we go. So in Diver Boy, you got to go down, hold the button, get these diamonds. So yeah, more obscure. I don't know. Got to avoid the fish. And then you clear the stage. So yeah, I'm surprised they have some of these on here. I'm usually a game on these systems, they don't have like bonus games. But yeah, interesting that they have this on here. But you can also emulate on this system, from what I understand, and add your own games, or people have. I probably will not with this system. Ooh, what's this? Oh, you get yourself a little vehicle. You can shoot the enemies in. Anyway, guys, let's back out of that. Interesting little game. But all right, let's talk about it here and what my final thoughts are on the Atari Gamestation. All right, so my final thoughts. It is what kind of I thought it was going to be. You know, basically a plug and play. You know, it's got your 200 games or whatever on it, and the controls are not that bad. The paddles are pretty good. Really glad that they did add that. You know, I paid $25 for it. I don't think it's worth the 80 for. I mean, I would have never paid 80, and I didn't. If it wouldn't have been in that pawn shop or whatever, I didn't have this on my radar to pick up. So, but you know, this was maybe a Christmas grab, you know, for these last holidays. But you might be able to score one of these a lot cheaper now, and so you kind of got a quick look at what's kind of on here if you hadn't seen this before. So I don't think it's worth the $80 price point. But if you can find this for 40 or less, it might be something you might be interested in. Anyway, guys, that's a quick look at the system itself. If you like this kind of content, give this video a thumbs up, maybe comment. It always helps. Like always, guys, keep on gaming.